All hail a beard, it's your boy Big Beard B, and we back for another edition of Big Beard Business. Listen, there are many people out there, including myself, that believe that aromatic aphrodisiacs actually exist. And by wearing these aromatic aphrodisiacs, you, my friend, can become a bit more attractive. Now, if you're anything like me, you're in a cold weather environment right now as I'm recording this in November of 2020. That means that it is cold outside, at least here in Tennessee. And I know that other places in the world today, you are experiencing the same thing. So today I'm here to give you 5 sexy cold weather fragrances for men. Listen, your boy is here to help you. I want you to be all you can be and the best you can be to help you, well, be more attractive and to stand out amongst your peers and or your competition. All right, man. So if you listen, it's cuddle buddy season, man. If you don't have a cuddle buddy right now, then utilize these fragrances and it might help you out. If you like to hear the fragrances I'm talking about, then let's get down to it. Now, the first fragrance on our list today comes from a company that I have not mentioned on this channel yet, but this fragrance has been in my collection for about 2 months or so, and it comes from Rouge Parfums, and this one is Ambre Platine. All right, now this fragrance to me is a cold weather monster. Now, the company describes this fragrance as this rich, mischievous scent, and I couldn't agree more. This one has this dose of vanilla within this fragrance, and you also have this roasted sugar, and that in itself should tell you a lot about this fragrance. It has this soft, subtle sweetness in here that provides this cuddle buddy vibe to it, and I think along with some of the other notes in the scent, it comes off as a almost signature scent worthy cold weather fragrance that is going to get the job done for you in terms of being an attractive scent. This one has amber, tonka, floral, and spices, and those things together just really brought in what that soft, airy vibe in the scent come off as this semi-gourmand scent that is going to work for you in that sexy mood. Ambre Platine from Rouge Parfums. Now, the next fragrance on my list today is one that I've had in my collection for about 2 years or so, and this is this magnificent boozy scent that really works. This one comes from Chris Collins, and this one is Harlem Nights. Now, just like the first fragrance, you may not be super well versed with this one, but if not, it's one that you really should get to know soon. Now, all of the Chris Collins fragrances have this interesting backstory that help bring the fragrance to life, but what you need to know for reference in this video, some of the key notes to bring this fragrance to life in terms of smell and the immediate reaction that you're going to get from others when wearing this fragrance. You have rum, you have nutmeg, you have clove, you have some amber, you have some musk, and this one to me comes off this as this boozy, sexy scent that really works. Everything about this fragrance just looks nice, and it also smells amazing. From the presentation to the actual box on this thing, although I did crush it, the box on this thing was nice as well, man. Chris Collins, Harlem Nights, get your nose on it if you have not checked the line out. Get it. Now, let's take a pause for the cards for a second. One of the fragrances, obviously it's not on this list, as I feel that would be weird to do, but I did want to call out to it because it's something that I think of when I think of cold weather sexy fragrances, at least in my personal opinion, comes from a fragrance within my collection, which is the Enriched collection, and this one is Exalt Nuit. I know some of you out there have seen my review on this one, and also others talk about this one as well, but this is one that I wanted to be addictive, sophisticated, and mysterious, and really work in that cold weather situation. Double dose of tobacco. You have some cacao in this fragrance, and one that I think will help you in these situations. I just thought if you have not checked it out or have not seen it, make sure you go back to this one, because this is another fragrance that I think will definitely help you in these cold weather, sexy situations where you needed to wear a fragrance that really stands out. Now, back to our list today. This next fragrance is a 2019 release from a company that I really enjoy, and I really like what he's done with a lot of his fragrances, and this fragrance is no different. This one comes from Bourbon Parfums, and this one is Oud Bourbon. Oud Bourbon is a powerful scent that really lasts in those cold weather situations. You have oud in the base of this fragrance, and you also have some notes that I don't personally enjoy, but in this fragrance, it really works. You have some neroli in this scent. You also have saffron, you have violet, vanilla, jasmine, and blackcurrant, and a host of other fragrance notes. And this one is one that really works. If you're looking for that boozy type of feel, more or less of that bourbon aspect in here, and that oud plays a great feel in this scent, but to me it doesn't come off as something that's too animalic, and it also adds this interesting twist, very different than a lot of fragrances that you're gonna get for those close encounter situations. This one doesn't project a ton, so if you go light on the sprays on this one, that oud is going to draw in a bit and not be one that's going to be off-putting and really stand out in that cold weather situation. So Oud Bourbon from Bourbon Parfums. Now we're down to the final 2 scents on this list, and this fragrance, to me, when I talk about or when I think back to the story on this scent, it just kind of adds to that sexy feel. Now this fragrance, you could probably tell by the color of the juice that this fragrance here is one that is going to really work in those cold weather environments, and I personally believe that this one's going to work. But let me kind of tie back into the story. Now I'm not going to give this to you verbatim because I don't remember it verbatim, but here's what here's the gist of it. All right, it's about you, okay, you, my guy, walking in this hallway of private rooms, and inside of those rooms you have women bathing in these tubs of amber, vanilla, and also you know, mixed fruits. All right, so let your mind roam in that environment and think back to that. Now obviously you want to look and feel your best in that situation, and I think that this one here will definitely help you. Amber is one of the key notes in this fragrance here, and this one, when I mention it, those of you who have it be like, boom, you are right on the money with this. But I know a lot of you out there do not have this one. I would urge you to get your nose on this one and add it to your collection, especially for that sexy vibe and that cold weather environment. This is one of those fragrances out there that will work. And as I mentioned, not a lot of guys who are watching these videos recall having this one within their collection, and so therefore you're going to stand out a bit more. And again, if you enjoy vanilla, if you enjoy that amber, and you enjoy this mixed fruits, you're definitely going to enjoy this fragrance. This one is sweet, it projects, and it really works in that cold weather. This one is Persepolis from Arsha. I always hope that I pronounced that correctly, but it's a fragrance that I really enjoy. And the final fragrance on our list today is actually one that I believe is marketed for women, but I think that this one is strong enough for a man, although it's not very strong at all. But I still think it works for the cold weather. This one comes from the house of BDK, and it's not what you're thinking if you're in Chicago. This one is a BDK Parfums Rouge Smoking. Now the juice on this one is very similar to what we looked at on the last one, except it has more of this red vibe. And in this one, you have some red notes that really stand out. Some of your notes in this fragrance are going to be cherry, pink pepper, bergamot, heliotrope. You're gonna have some vanilla in the scent as well, and it's one of the fragrances that I've had in my collection for, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 months at this point, and I don't think I've talked about it ever. Maybe I have, I'm not sure. That doesn't really matter at all. What does matter is that this fragrance does smell extremely nice, and although I did mention this fragrance was really marketed for women, I feel that men can get away with it as well. And there's a few key things that I think about when I think of fragrances like this, is that one, if it's marketed for women and a man is wearing it, you're likely to come across women who are going to enjoy it, as this one was originally made with women in mind, right? It's the wearers of this scent. And I feel that wearing this fragrance, it really begins to take life and really begins to really just stand out depending on who's wearing this scent. Now there's some things in the scent that kind of tie back from a more feminine approach, but I feel that this one will work for a man. And one of the things that I think is key to call out for this one as well is that from the backstory of this fragrance, this one says something about being an erotic night out or something along those lines. So therefore, if you're looking for an erotic time, you might be looking for something sexy, and I think that this one is going to work for you. Those are 5 fragrances, man. This is one from BDK that I think stands out, and a lot of people out there enjoy it as well. So no matter if you're looking to try these fragrances out or if you're looking to try out Exalting the Weed from my collection, man, these fragrances will all really work for you for those cold months when you need to stand out for something that's going to be sexy, attractive, alluring, addictive, mysterious. These fragrances are definitely going to work for you, man. Make sure you check these fragrances out or my fragrance collection. I'll have everything linked and listed down below for you. Any other fragrances do you think we should add to this list? Comment down below. As always, I'm your boy, Big Beard B. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend that we are back again. And you already know what I need you to do. Just hit the goddamn bell.